on we got to get some political news in. I'm sorry.
Of course.
We're only, what, 5 days away, 4 days away from the election?
I understand.
There was a report that Stephen Baldwin, who I think is the least talented brother of all the Baldwins.
Yeah, for sure.
Even Daniel has more talent than he does. Daniel had more talent in Celebrity Rehab and, like, that stuff than...
I think that could be one of the things we agree on.
Yeah, but he actually came out with a statement that says he's going to move to Canada if Barack Obama is elected president. And then, I kid you not, here's his quote. "I'd like to knock some good sense into him," because he wants to challenge him to a boxing match. And then his quote, which is amazing, says, "I wouldn't hurt him, but if he wins the election, he'll hurt me. He's a cultural terrorist." Now, I'm sorry, but I'm going to take another second here. But Stephen Baldwin, you, my friend, are the cultural terrorist. And I have 2 words for you. Biodome.
Wow. You know what? I can add to that. Slapshot 2.
Oh, ouch. Yeah. Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh.
Woo!
Nicely
Gotcha.
played. Nicely played.
Gotcha.
You win. You win.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stephen Baldwin.
Thank
By
you.
the way, what did Canada ever do to Stephen Baldwin?
I don't know. That's
that
yeah.
seems like that's an insult.
We
to
know
them.
some Canadians. Maybe we can get something working.
Like that just seems like an insult to Canada, frankly. But
and we were talking about this other issue, not to do a hard transition, but the new movie Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Apparently now we can't say porno on television.
Yeah, because parents are upset when the commercial comes on or they see the billboards, then their kids ask, what's a porno?
And now they're just calling it Zack and Miri.
Yeah.
And I had the most weird thing. I was watching The Shield.
Mm-hmm.
The Shield, which is like, you know, they get away with cussing, nudity, everything, on net, you know, basic cable.
Right.
Zack and Miri on a commercial. And I'm like, really? Like, out of any show on television, you know, they show butts and they show...
Right.
You know, yeah.
And not to mention, it comes on at 10 o'clock.
So this is like 10:30 when I saw the commercial. I'm like, wow. So what have we become as a society? So that's all I have to say.
It's a little ridiculous because, first of all, that's just what the movie is about. They make a porno in the movie. That doesn't mean that the movie is actual porn. Yeah. In the scheme of things that people could be worried about nowadays, that does seem
well. There is
petty.
something that people need to be worried about, and that's our next news thing.
Right, Halloween, just around the corner. It's not really my favorite holiday. It's actually my least favorite. It's no secret to anybody around Viewpoints. I am not down with the scary stuff. But we would be remiss if we didn't discuss what are the best scary moments in movies since Halloween's coming.
Yes. Just a little tidbit. We'll do like one each.
Sure.
And, you know, just something you can watch if you're, you know, since Halloween is tomorrow.
Yeah.
My favorite, and I'm going to say it from this year, we've talked about this movie before, is the subway scene in Cloverfield. Have you seen Cloverfield?
No.
You've never seen Cloverfield. The subway scene in Cloverfield is the scariest thing. Like, in the theater, I was squirming because they're in there, it's pitch black, all they have is, like, the night vision, and then you hear, like, this, you know, like, spider clicking, and then you see them, and it just, it freaks you out. So if you don't want to watch the whole movie, just watch that part. Well, and it'll freak you out. Don't watch it in the dark because it'll scare the crap out of you.
I think I can live my life without that. Just a little quick aside on Cloverfield. If you caught last week and this week's South Park, hilarious spoof of Cloverfield. Yeah, hilarious. My best scary moment, obviously I don't have a wealth of knowledge to choose from since I don't watch scary movies, but I'm going to go back to the 70s and the original Carrie.
Oh, yeah.
Because, listen, the moment in the prom where she just goes psycho and just starts killing her, when the first moment when all the doors lock. Oh, yeah, that's... And you just sort of, like, know what's coming. Yeah, that's... That is just fantastic. And the way she just kills the whole school and she's burning stuff. And, oh, I love that is the one I love. Travolta. And then, the very end... When that hand pops up out of the grave, oh my God. I know it's coming every time, and I still am like jumping. And so... That is a good pick. I'll give you that. Yeah, so that's my scary pick. That is a good pick. Well, speaking of picks, we've done this before, like our holiday picks or present picks. We're just going to start picking things that we think you should,
can just take a look at or maybe purchase or, we're not pushing any merchandise or anything here. But,
no, we don't get any free samples. Although if anybody out there watching wants to send us stuff, we are more than happy to promote your things on our show because we have no shame.
Yeah. Viewpoints@gmail.com.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So you can go ahead.
Okay. I got the Iron Man DVD at Target, which is this cool Iron Man helmet. Mm-hmm. And so when the Incredible Hulk came out this time, I just wanted to see what they were doing. So I went to Target, and it was this brick wall packaging, and you could see like a few Hulk fingers sort of seeing it like this. Mm-hmm. And the packaging is you open it like this, and it looks like he's opening the brick wall with his and you can see his face and everything. Mm-hmm. I thought it was awesome. So I think that's a good Target is actually trying.
Right.
So that's a good. I like when they go outside the box. Like
especially movies like that. There's so much they can do.
Yeah.
My pick is also a new DVD. We were talking earlier about Heroes and how it's a bit of a ripoff of some other things. Well, if you want to see the original and actually done better, this week released was the complete series of the 4400.
And that's 4 seasons?
I think it's the original miniseries and then 2, maybe 3 seasons after that.
I think there's 4 total.
So that show was so good, canceled before its time, I thought, and at least we did get a nice ending out of it.
Yeah, we got an ending.
But aired on USA, was just so good, so well done, fascinating storylines, and if you want to see the entire show, I really suggest that you pick up the complete series DVD. You will sit down and watch it in a weekend.
Is there a price for that?
I don't have the price, but I imagine it's like most other box sets, somewhere between the $40 to $50 range in there somewhere.
Because it's not just one season, it's
it's the whole show together, and you get a lot of great extras and featurettes on how they came up with different power ideas, and so cool. That's my choice.
Well, I know people say that Heroes is like the 4400, but with bad writing.
I know we said we were going to skip the Stump the Host, but I thought of a great question while we were sitting here talking, and so I'm just going to throw this out here. We're going to embarrass
Tim now?
I know.
So we want to do this thing where we would just throw trivia questions and see if we could stump each other, and I just couldn't think of anything this week.
It's not necessarily a trivia question, though. Here's my question for you.
All right.
Which office supply company would you rather work at? Dunder Mifflin or Primatech?
Ooh. Well, I think I'd rather work at Primatech because maybe I can get like a gun or like one of those fancy tasers.
Sure.
And, I could taser Dwight if I had to, so I think I would work for Primatech.
Right, but Dunder Mifflin would be a fun place to work.
Yeah, I think we know people like, every office knows.
Right.
I'd rather have an evil woman that can dream the future than Michael Scott as my boss.
It seems like your life expectancy would be a little short at Primatech, though.
Oh, that's true.
You never know when everybody's going to break out from level 5.
We all got to go
somebody's going to set you on fire.
We all got to go sometime, so that's all I got to say.
So that was just my little tidbit.
So we're going to end the show right here, but we want you to check out our blog, inskateblog.blogspot.com. We're going to start blogging, hopefully every single day. We'll get a lot of blogs on there, a little more for the show. We're going to have our Heroes After Show. We might even have an Office one. We'll see. Maybe when they go back to their hour episodes, which they'll do. Mm-hmm. So just check out our blog. Check out our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/viewpoints on. Easy enough to remember.
Right.
And for some reason, I don't know why, if anyone want to complain to me, YouTube relates videos together. Our show has nothing to do with the videos that are Viewpoints on pedophilia. I don't know where that's coming from.
Really?
We're not connected to that in any way, shape, or form.
No.
We're an entertainment show.
Right.
So I don't know what that's doing. So we have nothing to do with that, all right? So check us out next week. Check us out on the blogs. And welcome, Stephanie.
Thanks. I think that was a good first show.
I hope Dan's okay on an island somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. See you.